Eddie, we got to get you down to Lakewood one of these days. You're the wandering Jew in certain parts of New Jersey.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Good tavach. As we start round 2 of our Motzei Shabbos marathon, and we are dedicated by Shalom Fogel, Ili Nishmas Yaakov Zeb ben Yuda Aryeh, Rivka bas Yaakov Yosef, Tzivya Miriam bas Gad, Yosef ben Sion ben Yaakov Zev, by A.B. Spry, for Nachas from children and grandchildren, by Baruch Ian, Ili Nishmas Yaakov Chaim ben Abba, Esther bas Yona, Avram ben Shmuel HaKohen, by Yaakov Yamansky, with Akaras Tov to the Rav and Zoom family, and Nachas from children and grandchildren, by Ed Salab from London, and Joshua Rosenberg. We are showing all the things that are called nichsi, and the Gemara now says, Behema, as we are holding 5 lines from the top of Daf Kuf Nun Aleph, Behema ikri nichsi. Behema is considered one's property. Ditnan hamakdish nechasav, let's say Mark dedicated his property, and included in his property were animals that were unblemished. Now, the best thing, if you're giving it to Hektish, is an animal that is completely offered to Hektish. So Zacharim, the males, they're used as olos, as burnt offerings, which go entirely to Hektish, except for the hides. On the kavis, the females, Yimkuru l'tzarchei zivchei shlamim, are sold to those people that have to bring shlamim, peace offerings. Olfos ikrei nichse, birds are called property. That nan hamakdish nechasav, if one sanctified his property, v'hoyabem dvarma ru'iyam legabe mizbeach, and he has things that are fit for the mizbeach, like yenas, wine, shmanim, oil, or oifus, or birds, which could be bird offerings. So the din is that he should sell it to those people that will bring bird offerings on the mizbeach. Tefillin ikrei nichse. If he gives away all of his estate, included are tefillin, and he's going to have to borrow money to redeem the tefillin. Ditnan hamakdish nechasav. If a person is makdish his estate, malan loy tefillin, he has to borrow money to redeem his. We have to assess the tefillin so he could redeem the tefillin. Now, what about a sefer Torah? Is a sefer Torah called property? Ibailu sefer Torah mai. Since you're not supposed to sell a sefer Torah, it's not marketable. Since you're not,
I want to interject that we can learn in your report.
Yes, we'll learn from Moshe Meir ben Esther Fradel. I'm going to the doctor tomorrow. It should give me the right eitzah that I should feel altogether better.
Why can't you sell a sefer Torah?
Oh, so it's a bizayon to sell a sefer Torah. Only 2 examples, so we're going to see. The Gemara says, but first the Gemara says, Kaven dolem is daven, the asel is zvune, it's forbidden to sell it, it's a bizayon. What, you want to give away your sefer Torah? Lav nichseu, it's not an estate. Or perhaps, you could sell a sefer in order to extend your learning, or to marry a woman. Maybe that would make it. Maybe that would make it marketable. So the Gemara says, "Teku tishbi yitaretz kushas v'bayis." Imei de Rav Zutra bar Tuvia. This is very interesting. The mother of Rav Zutra bar Tuvia, Kazvinu l'nichse, she wrote her property to Rav Zutra bar Tuvia. Why?
To her kids? She wrote it to her sons?
Imei de Rav Zutra bar Tuvia, the mother of Rav Zutra bar Tuvia, Kazvinu l'nichse Rav Zutra bar Tuvia. She wrote her property to her son. Why? It was a case of mavrachas. Deboilin Suve Leila Rav Zvid, because she wanted to marry Rav Zvid. And since she wanted to marry Rav Zvid, so she wrote up property to Rav Zutra Bar Tuvia that Rav Zvid shouldn't get it. Now we said in the case of Mavrachas, if she gets divorced or her husband dies, then it comes back to her. In Siva, she got married, Vigirsha. So Asya the Kamei to Rabbi Boy Barabaya. She came to Rabbi Boy Barabaya and she wanted her money back now. Amar Mishum in Suve. I did it only because I was getting married. For Insiva. So 1 second. Also the Kamei to Rabbi Boy Barabaya. Rabbi Boy Barabaya says, what's the problem? The Tanai was fulfilled. He looked at it simple. The Tanai was fulfilled. You said you're giving it away because you got married. You got married, so you gave it away. Why should you get it back? That was Rabbi Voi Barabaya's quick psak. I don't know if it was quick, but that's what he said. Asya coming to Rabbi Voi Barabaya. Amar Mishamin Siva. You said you're giving it away because you got married. Vo in Siva. Amalei Rav Huna B'rei Rabbi Yeshua. Rav Huna, the son of Rabbi Yeshua, corrected the psak. Mishum da Asumi Muloi, because you come from those that are cut down. Rabbi Voi was Abaya's son, and Abaya came from base Eli that was punished to be cut down, to live short. Amri say Milei Mulaisa. You say cut down psakim, truncated psakim. Afilu manda amar mavreches kani, even according to the mandi amar that says that if she tries to hide it, the one that gets it acquires it. Hani mili echad olegalia daita. That's only if she didn't reveal while she was doing it. Avalacha galia daita. She says, look, I'm only doing it because I'm getting married, and I want my money to be safe. Avalacha galia daita mishum din sivehu. She was getting married, and she didn't want the new husband to get it. Va'in siva, and therefore you have to va'in siva v'igrisha. She got married and divorced, and therefore you have to give back the money. Now, next case. Imei de Rami Bar Chama, the mother of Rami Bar Chama, be'orta kasvinu l'nichsei l'Rami Bar Chama. In the night, she wrote a property to Rami Bar Chama. B'tzafra, in the morning, kasvinu, she wrote it l'Rav Ukva Bar Chama. So, then she died. So again, in the night, she wrote it to Rami Bar Chama. In the morning, she wrote it to Rav Ukva Bar Chama. So also Rami Bar Chama, who she wrote it to first, came l'kamei de Rav Sheshes, came before Rav Sheshes, ukmei benichsei, and Rav Sheshes awarded it to Rami Bar Chama, even though the next morning she changed her mind and gave it to her other son. Also Rav Ukva Bar Chama, kamei de Rav Nachman. Rav Ukva Bar Chama went before Rav Nachman. What do you mean she changed her mind? Ukmei benichsei. So Rav Nachman says, no, you get it. So also Rav Sheshes, the coming to Rav Nachman. So Rav Sheshes went to Rav Nachman. Amalei, my time of ukmei mar l'Rav Ukva Bar Chama. Why did you reverse it and give it to Rav Ukva Bar Chama? Imishim da hadraba. If it's because she changed her mind, vashchiva, but she died. And the din is, she gave the first one as a matna shchiv meira. Amalei, hachi amar Shmuel. So Rav Sheshes' opinion was she gave it as a matna shchiv meira. And a matna shchiv meira is ksuvin and k'mesurin damah, and it can't be reversed. So Rav Nachman told him that's not the halacha. Amalei hachi amar Shmuel, kol she'ilu amad chayzer, since she gave away all of her property. if she would have gotten better, she could have gotten it back. She could also retract the gift before she dies. Says the Gemara, maybe Shmuel says that if she wanted to retract and keep it for herself. Does he say it even if she wants to retract and give it to someone else? So the Gemara says yes. Whether she wants to retract and take it for himself, or in this case, where she retracted and instead of giving it to Rami Bar Chama, gave it to Ukva Bar Chama. Imei de Rav Amram Chasida, the mother of Rav Amram the pious, Havala Maluga Dishtoroi. She had a pouch of notes. Kika Shechva, when she was dying, Amra, she said, Lahave la Amram Bri. It should go to Amram, my son. So Asa Achva L'Kamid Rav Nachman. So his brother went before Rav Nachman and said, but he didn't make a Maisa Kinyan. He wasn't Moshach the Shtaris. Amalei v'holam Moshach. So he told him he doesn't have to make Meshivka. It's a matna shkivra. Amalu divrei shkivra kiksuvin kumasurin dami. It's like it's written and delivered. There's no need for a kinyan. Ach say Rav Tuvi Barav Masna, the sister of Rav Tuvi Barav Masna, Kisvinu l'nichsei Rav Tuvi Barav Masna. She wrote her property Rav Tuvi Barav Masna. And she did this b'tzafra in the morning. In the morning she wrote her property to Rav Tuvi Barav Masna. Lefanya. In the evening, also Rav Achadvoi Barav Masna, Rav Achadvoi Barav Masna came complaining. Bachla, he cried to her, Amallah hashta imre martzum rabbanan. They're going to say that Rav Tuvi Barav Masna is a scholar. And I'm not a scholar. I need to support more. So Kesvinu Nihali, she switched it, and instead of writing it to Rav Tuvi Bar Masna, she wrote it to Rav Achadvoi Bar Masna, and then she died. So also the Kamid Rav Nachman. So Rav Nachman said the halacha that we just learned, that if you, we just learned the halacha, that if you get better, you could get it back, you could also switch it. Then you could retract also the gift, and therefore she could retract the gift and give it to Rav Achadvoi. Same principle. Now, Ach Seder of Dimi Bar Yosef, the sister of Rav Dimi Bar Yosef, Havala Pistika de Pardisa. She had a row of orchards. Kol Emes Dava Cholsha, whenever she got weak, have a makna nihale. She said that she wants to give it to Rav Dimi Bar Yosef. And then when she got better, she retracted. As the Gemara says, let's turn to Kufnan Aleph on the base. V'chi kaima, when she got better, hava hadriba. So Zimna Chada one time, Cholsha, Sholchale, she sent him Tokani, acquire it. Shalach, so he says, Lay ba'ina, I don't want to do this, this is already a game. Then you get better. And Sholchale, so then she sent to him, Tokani Kalecha the bus. Acquire it in any way that you want. Azul. So then he came. Shire, he made her keep a little bit for herself. The kanamine, and acquired it. So Kikaime, when she got better, Hadraba, she wanted to get it back. Also the Kamid Rav Nachman, she went to Rav Nachman, and her brother Rav Dimi thought it was a slam dunk, because since she kept some of it for herself, then if she gets better, the matana is matana anyway. So, but Rav Nachman sent him a summons. Shalach leitah, he sent him a hazmana. So Layasa, he thought it was a slam dunk case. He didn't come. My Isay, why should I come? Hashaira, she left some for herself. The kanamine. So he sent him. These are strong words. He sent him, Shalach le Eloi Osis, if you don't come, Machina lach besilu deloy mabadama. I'm going to beat you with a strap that doesn't make blood, which means I'm going to excommunicate you. So he came. Amalu l'sadeh, he said to the witnesses, Hey Chavamaisa, what did she say? Amrulei, Amra, she said, Hachi, Vaidika Mesa Akitza. I'm giving it away because, whoa, she's dying. If he said, even if she keeps something for herself, but if she said she's giving it away because she's dying, then if she doesn't die, it's not kal. It's a big kiddush. It's a new idea. Amalahu Rav Nachman says, Im kain have a mitzvah machmas mitzvah. She's only giving it because she's dying. A mitzvah machmas mitzvah, if she doesn't die, chayzer.
Yeah, but did she keep something for herself?
Even so, it says the din of keeping something for himself is only when she says it's stop. But if she says I'm doing it because I'm dying, that's the kiddush over here.
Now, she didn't really keep it for herself. He kind of made it work out like that. But she didn't say she wants to keep anything for herself.
Well, then she agreed to it.
Oh, she did agree?
Yeah.
To it? Okay.
Now.
So why is this different than the Shlimirah?
Because in Shlimirah is just an assumption. Here she said it beferish.
But she doesn't know.
She said, Vaid de Kamesa. Woe that I'm dying.
But does she know?
She doesn't know, but that clarifies that she's only giving it away because she's dying.
Okay. Okay.
Now, Itmar, Matna Shriv Meira B'Miktas, if she gives away a portion, Amru Rabbanan Kamei de Rav Mishmei de Marzutra Brei de Rav Nachman, they said it in the name of Rav, in the name of Marzutra, the son of Rav Nachman, the Amar Mishmei de Rav Nachman, Harihi Kematnas Bari, it's like the matan of a healthy person, Harihi Kematnas Shrimira, and it's like a dying man. Harihi Kematnas Bari, since she kept some for herself, even if she gets better, it goes through. Shem Amad Ein a Chayzer, doesn't come back to her. Obviously, this is not a case where she said was Mitzvah Machmas Misa. Varihi Kemat Nashkud Mira, and it's like a dying person. The Loi by Kinyan, because since she was dying, so Mat Nashkud Mira Kiksuv and the Kmisurin done. So Amalu Rava, so Rava said, Lav Amina Lechu. Didn't I warn you, like titlu bouquet srike Rav Nachman? Don't hang empty barrels on Rav Nachman. In other words, he disagreed with a statement that's made over here. Hachi Amar Rav Nachman, Hari Kematnas Bari, if it was only Vikiddish, If he's only giving away part, then you need to make a kinyan, or buy kinyan. So the Gemara says, is that so? Eisvei Rav Nachman, Shayir Karka Koshu, if he left a little karka, so Matanasa Kayemas. But isn't that talking about where he didn't make a kinyan? My lav the loy kanamine. Says the Gemara, loy the kanamine. Ihachi ema sefer, loy shayir karka koshu. If he didn't leave anything, then ein matanasa kayemes. But why? If a kinyan was made, v'ida kanamine amai ein matanasa kayemes. He says makes no difference. Since he thought he was dying, he gave away everything, even if he made a kinyan. We say if he gets better, he didn't want to give it away, and he gets it back. Amalei haki amashmul, shchim meirash akasav kol nechasav lacherim, afal pi shekanim yada. Even if a kinyan was made, Amar, if he gets better, since he gave away everything, no man wants to give away everything, chazar, it comes back to him, you do it, because that we could have an umdana, an assumption, shaloya yemitzav elamachnas misa. Eisvei Rab Mishar Shilarava, Maisa be'imon shel b'nei Reichel. Reichel is a man's name, by the way. It was an incident with the mother of the children of Reichel. Shaisa Chayla, she was sick. V'amra tinasen kivinasi lebiti. Give my brooch to my daughter. V'hu mishneim eser mana. It was worth 12 mana. Umesu. And she died. Now, the assumption is that there was other stuff. So, if there was other stuff, we said that you have to make a kinyan. The kaima dvara says, well, there it's different. There it's saying where she said vaida misna. When she says vaida misna, even if it's a portion, we say divrei shchemirak iksuven ikmesur. Eisvei Ravina l'Rava, ha'omer tnu get lishti, give this get to my wife, or shtar shichur zela avdi, or this writ of emancipation to his eved, or mace. So of course you can't give it after death, because the man is not married anymore after death, so he can't get divorced. And the eved is not his anymore. It belongs to the Yarshin. Tnu mana l'ploini umeis. Give $100 to so-and-so and he dies. Yidnu lachamisa. But we said that if he's giving a portion of his money, there has to be a kinyan. Says Gemara, mamai d'loi kanu minei. So the Gemara says, do me the get. Ma get la bar kinyan. Just like a get doesn't have a kinyan. Afai nami d'loi kanu minei. So the Gemara says, you're right. There's no kinyan, but he was mitzvah machmas misa. He said, vaida misna. Right? Mitzvah machmas misa, you don't need to make a kinyan even on a portion of it. Asam nami mitzvah machmas misa. Rav Huna Beredi Rabbi Shua mitzvah machmas misa ba'alma boy kinyan. No, there's another way to learn. It does need a kinyan. But the kitan yahani mas naisa b'mechalik kol nechasim. There it's talking about she just didn't give the brooch. She gave away everything. So that's a matna shchemira. Ha'i matna shchemira shavya, and therefore you don't need a kinyan. Now, what's the halacha? Yomar gives us, it's a very nagaya all over Shas. V'hilchasa, matna shchemira b'miktzas, if he's a dying man and he gives away just part of it, doesn't give away everything, boy kinyan. And that's even if he says vaida misna. No. Boy kinyan, v'afal gav the makes, even if he dies. But that's where he doesn't say vaida misna. Mitzava machmas misa, if he says, oh yeah, I'm dying, then even if he gives away portion, loy boy kinyan. That's if he dies. Ahmed Chayzer, if he gets better, he gets it back. Now he gets better, he gets it back, and then he gives away everything. even if they made a kinyan. Amar Chayzer, v'afal gav the kanamine, even if a kinyan was made. Very, very.
So why is the shtar shikra not kona? Because it's good for the evet to go. According to the Mandi Amar, not Rabbi Meir, that it's good to go free. So if he
It can't be done after death.
I understand, but if he's kona it before he dies because of the shikra.
He didn't tell him to be zeich on it. He said, give it to him. He didn't use the language of Zchiyah. Okay, thank you, everybody.